Today we're going to talk about
our experience with moving in and out of houses and roommates.
Stay tuned! Hey everyone, I'm so glad you're here with us today. I'm Anna.
I'm Kaitlin, I'm waking up the computer.
Alright, story number 1.
So the first part of our magical story of going from a house to basement is how bad the backyard got. So, we were renting from a family member of mine who owned the house, and for the longest time we were under the impression that someone was taking care of the yard for us.
Yeah, because there used to be a handyman who was doing the yard, and then I guess at one point he left.
He kind of unofficially quit.
And
stopped doing that, and then the owner of the house didn't really know that. And so, basically what ended up happening is that we ended up not having anyone to do the yard, and so the grass ended up getting very, very tall. And I'm talking like above your knees tall.
Yeah, and we didn't think it was our responsibility to deal with this yard.
Mm-hmm. The last day that we were at the house, helping take out stuff to the dump and getting things recycled and taken to Goodwill and everything, some homeless person left their coat on the grass.
Yeah, it really went well with the atmosphere too. To add, it was totally.
So the house was built in 1937.
Yeah,
and pretty much everything was original, which meant half the doors didn't close all the way. Our door stopped working for a while, so we had to call a locksmith, I think, twice.
Mm-hmm.
So we just never went in the backyard. And so the grass was super long there, and it started with, I think it was me that was like, I should go stand in the middle of this. The grass is going to be coming up on my legs. You can take a picture to show. We're just goofing off, laying down in the grass and taking weird pictures and videos of
and this is what happened.
Yeah.
Alright, usually you see them over here. Let's see here. I think I see something in the bushes. Who is this? Oh no. I think we've happened upon the catwa. Maybe. Let's see if we can get closer. Turn away the leaves. Oh yes, the catwa. Let's see her in her natural habitat.
Had a ton of fun with it, but at the end we're covered in grass dander. So it's like the wild grass. It has those grass seeds that get all over you.
Yeah.
And we were both
we were covered
sniffling and teary-eyed because there's just so much grass everywhere.
Yeah, and I'm allergic to grass.
Pollen got in my eyes and I was laying down. And so my eyes were just streaming. I was like, it was worth it.
We come back to the landlord and we're like, do you need any help?
And so we got back, we're just we're not doing anything, so we're just gonna go back to the apartment. All of the dust. So when you live in a house that was built in the 30s with all wood floors, you have dust. A lot of dust.
Yeah. And I'm allergic to dust.
I'm not, but it was really annoying. When I moved all the stuff out of my bedroom.
Oh no, squiggles.
When I moved all my stuff out of my bedroom, I thoroughly swept the floors. I wiped them down. I did all of that. I came back a couple of weeks later to get whatever was left in the house, make sure everything was fine. I had to sweep again just because old floors accumulate dust like crazy. And I swept the stairs right before I moved out, and those are disgusting. So you get dust bunnies, cobwebs, whatever you may have dropped on those stairs. There was a couple of Q-tips and some random scraps of trash.
Yeah, and it's with moving, you're just you're taking things and you're just realizing all the dust that's living in your house, which is not too comforting.
Yeah, and then if there's a lot when you're moving up and down stairs, you're gonna sneeze a few times. And whenever you drop the broom, which is very likely because stairs are kind of hard to maneuver when you're sweeping, you might get dust in your face. And whenever the broom gets
for some reason,
full,
I'm just imagining you really close to the stairs, and you're just sweeping it into your face.
It's we had a roommate that had a cat, and so luckily the cat it was still kind of a kitten, so he didn't quite get to the age where he was shedding a ton. He was shedding enough that I'm still noticing little flecks of cat hair on some things.
And I'm allergic to cats.
You're allergic to everything.
I am allergic to everything. So that house was an interesting experience.
It was an interesting experience. So what happened? So in this house, there was always 4 people living there. And it was usually 3 college students and then someone who'd graduated from the same college a year or 2 before. And so our old roommate, he was living there already when I first moved in with 2 of my friends and roommates. And so when it started out, we had no mugs. We had a couple cups, so we didn't have mugs. And we're coffee drinkers, we're tea drinkers, hot cider drinkers, hot chocolate drinkers. Mugs are great. This is not a mug, but someday it will be.
You hypocrite.
So we first moved in, we had no mugs. This was a year before Anna lived there, so I lived there with two other of my friends and someone who had been living there already. So what happened is, the three of us, since we weren't really friends with the other roommate, we went to Goodwill and each of us bought 2 mugs. So then we had 6 mugs. And like that worked okay until we realized we didn't do dishes very often and constantly were running out of mugs. And so then over time we kind of picked up a couple more mugs here and there.
So wait, so you were just like, oh, all the mugs are dirty. Let's go buy more.
Pretty much.
Dishes.
I don't want to do. Well, one of my roommates at the time, like, I didn't have to do dishes anymore. She did them every time. It was great. Kathleen did dishes. It was so
Was
nice.
she like happy about that?
No, she just didn't like that there were dishes.
Okay, yeah.
And she was, or maybe it was just because we were out of something. She's like, I might as well just do everything. Anyways, so when Anna was moving in, I told her, I'm like, we don't need any more mugs. We have plenty of mugs.
But what did I do?
Bring more mugs.
I brought more mugs.
That's what happens when you have mugs. It's like everyone has like these few mugs that they're just like really attached to and they want with them everywhere.
Mm-hmm. There's just some mugs that you just have to drink out of all the
Yeah, and
time.
they're just so cool. And like you have those like bigger mugs that you can also fit. They're like almost big enough to be bowls, so you can eat soup out of them and cereal and ice cream. Like those are the best kind of mugs.
It's like a handle. And
it
so
has a
you
handle. It
just-
makes it. That's why mugs are so much better than cups. I say, drink from a cup.
You're like, oh, mugs are so much better than cups.
They
Drink.
are, but
And now, it's time to talk about the basement.
Anna's afraid of basements.
I'm afraid, not all basements. Like, I'm not afraid of my basement, because it's, like, finished. But this basement,
Was unfinished.
I'm gonna put pictures up of this basement. This basement was whack. It was so
fine.
whack.
It's like I'd never had a basement before, and so I was just like, I guess all basements are like this. I knew they weren't. Like, since then, I had been in other basements. That sounds kind of weird, but
I go to people's basements now.
I was babysitting for someone, and then their basement was basically like their laundry room and then the like living room area.
Okay.
That's like it was like it had carpet, it had everything, nice lighting, it had a TV, it had everything. So our basement was not finished. Around winter break, the like giant light bulb had burnt out, and so it was dark.
We had like one like
A desk lamp.
Yeah, a desk lamp
to light up where the washer and dryer was, so we wouldn't just run into everything.
Yeah, that was the only light down there, and it was like there was
At least
like,
in the main part. So we had a bathroom in the basement, which is actually like a really nice finished bathroom, which is weird. But so we had that room, and then there were 3 other rooms in the basement as well. One of which was just a room that no one ever went into, because it was just full of wires and an old bed frame.
There was wires hanging down from the
all that good
ceiling.
stuff. Yeah, it was. I think they had plans to finish it, and they just never did. And so we didn't go into that room. There was a room that I think was probably a bedroom at one point, because it did have a window and it did have a closet. And this is basically the storage room, where you put stuff. Or like rugs, a couple of dog beds from people that lived there before we did.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff in this basement from people that had
That
lived
had
there
lived
over
there.
years, which wasn't us.
Yeah, there was, I think, it was, people have been, like, about 4 people have been living there consistently since 2010, when it was bought. And that was, we're not ever the same 4 people for more than, like, a year. And so it was quite a few people have come and gone through this house, and that kind of showed in that basement.
I think, like, people, like, let people store things there. Cause,
yeah, it's like I did that over the
Yeah.
summer a couple times, and like I have friends that needed to store things, so I don't pay for storage, and I'll be here all summer, just put it in the basement. So there's another room which was like the storage room where we had stored like old boxes. I feel like when we moved in, and then I had like a giant box of yarn there, so I didn't want to deal with it, and so that was the other storage room. And so we decided to like go through the basement to make sure if there's anything down there that we would want to take with us, since obviously it's been there for years, no one was going to claim it. If there's something useful in there, we might as well take it, so it doesn't just get thrown into the trash. And so I was like, okay, we should probably look in the basement. And I was like, oh, this is scary.
Okay, so this is kind of why. So I was talking to the neighbor with our other roommate, Kate, and she was telling us about how they're, like, way before this house got bought and it was empty, that there was a homeless person who had been living underneath the patio in the backyard, because there's, like, a door and then there's, like, an area.
Oh, shed. And the grass was also very unkempt at that time.
Yeah, so there was someone living under there, and the police had to come and get him out. And, like, I went down to that basement earlier that day, and there's a door in the basement that goes out into the backyard, and I was checking to make sure that it was locked, and it opened, so it was like, oh my gosh. Like, immediately my mind went to, someone's in this basement, I'm gonna die, I gotta get out of this basement. So I, like, booked it upstairs, and then I was like, Kaitlin.
Come to the basement with me.
Like, yeah, so we grabbed, what did we grab? What did we grab? Oh, I grabbed the Swiffer to use as a weapon.
It's just a basement.
Yeah,
So,
she
like,
was not scared at all.
Oh, I'm just like, I've been in this basement countless times. It's fine. I'd always wanted to film a horror movie in the basement, though.
Oh,
It would have been the perfect setting. And so I had, like, my phone flashlight, and we went down there, and we checked everything, and there was no one living in the basement. No one at all.
It was kind of scary, though, because it was like, I think you had your phone, like,
Phone
light.
flashlight.
Because remember, the only light down there was that dang desk lamp that would only light up, like, a
The washer and
5
dryer,
inch.
basically.
Yeah, the washer and dryer. Basically, that was it. So, like, we're going through the basement. She has, like, her
My
phone.
little phone flashlight.
I have my dang Swiffer ready to smack somebody with it and be like, get away, demon! So we went into the room that was not a room, that was, like, a storage room.
Storage room, basically.
And there was a closet in there, so we, like, went through the closet and no one was there.
No one was
luckily.
in the basement at all except the two of us.
Yeah, so we went into the next room, and then the third room where the storage stuff that
was.
And attached to the little storage area is another, like, kind of room.
Like a crawl space, sort of?
Yeah, so it's
underneath where the stairs that lead up from the basement to the first floor are.
Yeah, and, like, at first I was like, Kaitlin, there is somebody under there, I know
There's
it.
no one here, and so we checked. And what was there is some really weird, like, really old, not working chandelier type thing.
I think it was haunted. That's why I did not touch it. I did
was
not
fine.
touch it with the Swiffer. I was like, I do not want to be cursed.
There were no demons in the basement, no people except us.
But we found something else in the basement.
You found a lot of really cool stuff.
Yeah.
So what happened was we were going through the storage stuff, and there's this giant box that was full of stuff. Not just, like, trash, but, like, stuff. And we looked
It's
on
like
the side.
basement hall.
And we looked on the side of it, and it said it has the name Lindsay. And as far as we know, no one named Lindsay had ever lived in this house.
Reason number 1 why this place is haunted.
It was probably just a friend of someone who's living in the house who they let her store something in the basement. And so it was probably, the box had been there for at least 2 years. Unclaimed, because it was there when I first moved in 2 years ago. It had been there always, and we're like, well, it's going to go in the trash, so we might as well sift through it. And so, what we found were a lot of hangers.
I like, a lot of hangers.
And I mean, like, a lot of hangers. And one of those, like, plastic storage things with drawers. I don't know what they're, like, container things.
Containers.
And then it just had some, like, a couple pens, a couple, like, paper clips.
Pretty mundane stuff, like, at first, as we were, like, pulling things out.
I'm like, okay, this is some, like, really old makeup and, like, nail polish. I'm like, oh, sweet, free nail polish. It's, like, all clumped together. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it was, like, separated, and I was like,
this
like, has been here a while.
And then the first cool things we found was there was this, like, soft green material of some sort. And so we're like, okay, this might be interesting. And so we're
Like, what
pulling it
outfit
out.
is this?
Lo and behold, it's an adult frog onesie. And it took us a few seconds to register what it was. And then when we realized what it was, we started cracking up. Because we had just found a giant frog onesie. And so we're like, we're keeping this. And so we did. And so we kept sifting through it. And then we found another onesie. But this one was a Batman onesie.
It worked really well with the atmosphere, and then, like, the dark corner, you find this Batman onesie.
And so we took both of the onesies back to the apartment.
You don't know
But
people
we
are
tried them
too.
on, and they fit. And they are the best things ever. And so we kept going through them, and then at this point, Anne and I have been talking about, like, we're like, oh, we should do some YouTube stuff. That might be fun, because we don't really have anything else going on in our lives.
I was like, let's just entertain ourselves with videos of
Might as
ourselves.
well. And then so we found these glasses. And these are, like, the hipster glasses, and these lenses are not prescription at all.
Mm-mm.
And so, but we found they are the same frame, but different colors. Every time we do that, it's because the charger is not plugged in and the screen is going dark.
It's like, what are you doing?
What are
You're
you doing?
still
Just
talking for
constantly.
50 minutes to a screen?
To screen.
What?
But we found these glasses, and since they were like... And appearance that we did.
Don't we look good? We look so good in them.
They look so great on my face.
Like, hello.
Pickles come out from up here.
Alright, today we are going to talk about... I just, like, realized. And that was roommate bonding. Alright, comment, like, and subscribe on this video. Look forward to more videos
of us bonding.
Of us bonding by talking about random subjects that we think is funny
and what we may think is entertaining. Or maybe at one point we'll just do a freeform video where we start with a single topic and then see what happens.
Oh, that'd be fun. Look for future videos of us.
We're trying to figure out what we're doing with our lives.
Yeah!